Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips Daily Fantasy Euro 2016 edition for today, the 13th of June. We're going to take a look at the players involved in today's games, see who we think we should be used to construct our roster. For those of you that haven't yet, you can sign up to DraftKings to play daily fantasy every day throughout the Euros. I will put a link in the description for this video. We need to construct a roster of a goalkeeper, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, 2 forwards and 1 utility player. Points are scored like this. And I'm going to get right into today's action. I think the goalkeepers today, Thibaut Courtois of Belgium for 4,900. I expect Courtois to have plenty of opportunity to be involved in a game against one of the giants of world football in Italy. If you combine a slightly suspect and injury-riddled Belgian defence with a well below average Italian strike force, it suggests opportunity without a lot of end product. There's no way the Italians are going to be sitting back soaking up pressure for the whole game. They will defend well, but they will also create chances, which will give us opportunities for saves. The Chelsea goalkeeper is among the best around and is a top play at goalkeeper for me today. The other one is Gianluigi Buffon of Italy for 4,600. I think the Belgians will win the midfield battle in the game with the Italians. They just seem to have the edge in quality. But in a matchup of teams that are both lacking a world-class, game-changing striker, so think what you like about Lukaku, I think an organised Italian defence, as usual, will be able to repel them for large portions of the game. There are clean sheet chances with both goalkeepers in this game, but I expect Buffon to probably be the busier of the two. For defenders, I like Seamus Coleman of Ireland today for 4,300. Will the Irish stop Zlatan today? I don't know. What I do know is that Ireland will be well organised defensively. They conceded the fewest goals in their qualification group, and Coleman, the Everton fullback, does love to get forward and support the attacks with width. He has got plenty of opportunities to score points with crosses as well as defensively, and there are a few clean chances as well, as the Swedes are far from the greatest side in the competition. They just have one great player, and should he score, happy days. He's failed to do so in his 33 internationals so far, but you know, he does score goals for Everton, so you never know. Giorgio Chiellini of Italy for 3,500. It's a fairly cheap price. Chiellini maybe lack for a bit of pace at his age, but the man knows how to defend. And if I'm right about Belgium winning the battle in the middle, then he's going to have some work to do, an opportunity to score some points. The clean sheet is far from out of the question, as I said. As Everton fans will tell you, Lukaku isn't always a man to rely on up top, and Italy are solid defensively. Buffon's a good stopper behind him as well. I think he's value at the price. My final defender is Jordi Alba of Spain for 4,700. Alba plays at fullback, and the Barca man does like to support out wide, like Coleman. He's been known to fire in a goal from distance as well. In a game where the Spanish should dominate possession, there are certainly opportunities for Alba to get forward and support the midfield. I don't expect the Czechs to do a lot going forward, so decent clean sheet chances as well. For my midfielders, I'm going to take Wes Hoolahan of Ireland for 5,200. With the Swedish defence being one of the weaker in the tournament, particularly at set pieces, the Norwich man will have plenty of opportunities to rack up points for crosses and potentially assists. He is one of the primary set piece takers for the Irish. He isn't a prolific goal scorer, finding the score sheet just once in the qualifiers, but I do expect the Irish to be well organised, particularly at set pieces. They'll view that as a good opportunity to get a breakthrough under their experienced coach Martin O'Neill. And let's be honest, the Irish have got to be looking to win this game if they want to have any hope of advancing in the tournament. Kevin De Bruyne of Belgium for 10,200. The Man City star will be heavily involved in what the Belgians will do going forward alongside Eden Hazard. De Bruyne is likely to be involved at all free kicks and corners and will also be in the penalty conversation, I think, as well. He was the joint top scorer with 5 in qualifying with 10 games played in an advanced midfield positions. I think the Belgians, as I say, will win the battle in the middle of the park in this game, and De Bruyne will have a lot of influence on the game if that is correct. And David Silva of Spain is only 7,800 today. There's a strong Man City theme today. Silva didn't enjoy the best of seasons at Man City as they flopped this year, but he did suffer from injuries on and off throughout the season. There is no doubt he's among the classier of the Spanish players, left from the glory days of years gone by. He will be involved a lot going forward in a wide position, giving us opportunities for crosses and assists. He also takes some of the set pieces. He scored 3 goals in qualifying, the second highest number out of the players in this that have made this squad. And I expect the Spanish to dominate possession in the game, so Silva is certainly going to be involved and play a big part. And also Andres Iniesta from Spain as well for 5,700. He's the man that makes the Spanish tick. With 107 caps, he's never lost a game at the Euros. The Barca playmaker, you know, will be on the ball often and will have opportunities to assist. He can score 2. He scored 1 in 5 qualifiers and will be the calm, level-headed midfield that will be dictating what the Spanish do. It's a cheap price for a player likely to be heavily involved in a game with a team likely to dominate possession. For my forwards today, if there's a game with goals today, it looks like it's going to be Sweden and the Republic of Ireland. The Czechs don't look particularly prolific, neither do the Spaniards, without what I would call a true, real striker with experience. And Belgium, Italy, almost certain to be tight. So Zlatan Ibrahimovic for 11,000. Dare you, Zlatan? Let's be honest, Ibra is to Sweden what Ronaldo is to Portugal, only to a greater degree. Everything they do goes through him. He will take free kicks, he will take penalties. The Irish will be well organised defensively in trying to stop him. Will they be able to? We will find out. This is Sweden's easiest game, as it is Ireland's, I think, and the chance for Zlatan, who excelled for PSG this year, to show himself off in the country where he currently plies his trade, but probably not next year. And the other player I'm going to look at as a forward is Jonathan Walters of Ireland for 5,300. If Walters plays, and I think he will if he's fit, he's worth a start in this game. The Swedes' defence is not the best by any stretch and does have a habit of allowing goals at set pieces. Walters will be involved at set pieces, either taking or, you know, looking to get on the end with his head. He is fairly strong in the air. There is a strong chance he'll be on penalties duty as well on the occasions that Robbie Keane isn't on the pitch, and I think he's going to be starting on the bench in this tournament. So with this being the best chance of the Irish claiming a victory, I'm sure they will be going for it, even though they will be well organised and concentrating defensively. I think Walters is a very solid player amongst the cheaper strikers today. That's what I've got for you today. Don't forget, check out DraftKings. There's a link in the description. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think is going to happen today at Euro 2016. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll be back tomorrow. See you later.